it's July 22nd, 2015. This is the third part of my interview with Nazma Akter. In part 1, we talked about her life as a child worker and rise to labor leader. Part 2, we discussed her work and the lessons of the Awaj Foundation. Here, in the third and final part, we talk about the current situation in Bangladesh and the aftermath of the Rana Plaza disaster. Do you think that the factories want to reform? Is the competition so difficult for factory workers or factory owners and managers that they do want to reform but they can't? Or do you think that they are actively trying to not reform and create change?
Actually, like for example, the multinational company who is running business in Bangladesh, they are also doesn't want to pay more as like same our manufacturer. The business culture is thinking about the more profit, but they are not respect and dignity. That is why we need the international pressure as well as the workers' voice is very important, and workers' awareness is very important, because many times workers are lost and lose their benefit because lack of awareness. They doesn't know how to calculate the overtime, how to calculate the maternity issue, what is their rights. So that is the important about the workers knows about their rights and duties. In the meantime, also then we need to workers' voice to raise. Also we need to international support. Otherwise it's very hard. I cannot say that voluntarily the manufacturer are giving everything. Some of the manufacturers are really good, but that percent is very small. I cannot say that percentage we have. So we have lots of challenges.
So actually I saw, according to a 2013 article in The Guardian, that only 7% of companies, you mentioned international corporations, 7% of these corporations believed they had problems in their supply chain. And then I also saw that the Gap was saying things like, if it's true, we'll contact these factories, and they were kind of saying, well, if these things are true, we'll stop. Do you think it's possible for these corporations to not know what is happening? Many times when there's an issue or it's brought up to a corporation and they say, you know, there's sweatshop conditions or there's these problems.
Actually,
do you think it's the corporation doesn't really know what's happening? Or do you think it's plausible that these corporations don't know what's happening?
Actually, they also know what's going on, what are the situation. Sometimes they may take the necessary action, sometimes they not. Because everybody came to Bangladesh to running the business. And why the people are here? Because of the cheap labor and labor market, cheap. That is why. So if the people are thinking, if you come to Bangladesh and if you want to come to Bangladesh for the lower price of the workers or something, so how do you think the people are respect them and giving better salary and better wages? Because if we are asking more salary, more benefit, obviously the different company has to pay more and fair. So no one is interested to pay fair or something. Even our manufacturer are also saying how do they have to build their new houses in Australia, Canada, UK, USA. Their children are educated the very good university like Harvard, Cambridge, Oxford, in Canada like big university. So everybody thinking their interest, but nobody is thinking the workers and workers' children.
Some time has passed since well over 1,000 people died in Rana Plaza. Has that tragedy led to any meaningful change? It sounded like you mentioned before that more people are unionizing. Has at least some good come out of that tragedy?
Has been something changed. In 2013 there was minimum wage. Then some other things, and like the Accord and Alliance, they are inspecting the building safety, fire safety, legal safety. These are things. Maybe factory infrastructure, some of the union are eyes in the factory. That has been changed, but the workers' living condition is never ever has been changed. So if the workers are working in the factory, if it's not betterment of their life, their family member or their children, so how it's changed? So that means it's not that real change. There is some change, maybe infrastructure, the factory, something like that, but the workers' life style is not changed.
How would you characterize the international response to the Rana Plaza tragedy? Was the response helpful, or were some things not working? Do you think that the international organizations were being effective and doing the right thing, or did you see them kind of maybe aiming at the wrong thing, or not quite understanding?
Internationally also they are helping. They are trying to improving the condition or something. But end of the day, again, the Europe, America, Australia, Canada, who is running business in our country, how they are doing business and ethically, and how people are doing business properly. That is the question. Because the European Union or American, everybody is doing the business in our country. The country has lots of profit and something. And those people, how much they think the workers need salary, how much they need to be betterment of their life, the dormitory issue, about the fooding, the education, about the health. Those are the area how much they are focusing. That is in my doubt. And the fair and business practice, that is in my doubt. Yes, they are helping, lots of things they have done. But how much they have changed for the workers' real life? That is the question. How fair they are running, doing the business.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right, have a good night. And that's it. I want to thank Nazma Akter for being so accommodating and taking a lot of time to speak with me and answer all of my questions. Be sure to check out the blog for links to a lot of the things that we talked about today. Subscribe on Twitter at BQuinn Podcast, and like us on Facebook, and you'll get all kinds of updates on new episodes and things that are going on. And with that, see you next time.